Hey everyone, it's Paul here from BrayonBushcraft. Thank you for joining me. Today I would like to talk about my top 10 bushcraft survival items. So stay tuned. Okay, so before we begin, I'd just like to point out that some of the stuff here would vary depending on the season, on whether I'd be staying put or traveling a lot, trying to find my way out. So not everything here is set in stone, although you're going to see from a lot of these items they're pretty standard, and basically they wouldn't change no matter what. So I'd just like to point that out before we begin. Also, I did not include a gun in my kit, but if you would tell me I'm going to put you out in the middle of nowhere and I knew it was coming, a gun would be in my kit for sure. But I'm looking at this as a situation where I'm out for a hike or an overnight camping trip, and what would I have on me, right? So that's why a gun is not in my kit. Although if I'm out hunting and stuff, a gun would be in my kit. Or if I'm planning ahead, as if, you know, something happens and I'm heading out in the bush to hide out, or a shit hits a fan situation, a gun would definitely be included in this kit. So I'd just like to point that out before everybody starts going, oh, why don't you have a gun? So that's my reason for not having a gun in this kit. So just to start off by saying okay, so here we go. My first item would be a sleeping bag. Because if I'm stuck overnight, I want to be comfortable, I want to get a good night's sleep. And believe me, if you don't get a good night's sleep and you're not sleeping, it's not going to be nice the next day. You're not going to have the energy. You're going to be very frustrated and not thinking right. So for me, a sleeping bag is a must. A good night's sleep is very important. And also, it's nice to be warm. I'm in Canada, so being in Canada and northern New Brunswick most of the time, I definitely need a sleeping bag, or I'm going to need a really Item number two, a stainless steel bottle. The reason for this is, not just can I boil water in this, I can cook in this, make tea, all that stuff, but generally in northern New Brunswick, I wouldn't even boil my water, to tell you the truth. There's so many mountain-fed springs that I would just fill this up and have something to carry water in. But if I'm in the spring or winter or whatever, you know, I'm not going to drink water when the streams are really high and I know the water's contaminated. So yes, I'm going to boil my water for sure then, and it's a must-have. I need something to carry my water, and if I'm going to have something to carry my water, I might as well have the ability to boil it and all that with it. Item number three, a knife. For me, this would probably be my go-to knife. Cold Steel Master Hunter CPM 3V, great all-around bushcraft knife. Very reliable. I can do fine, intricate stuff with it, and it's never failed me yet. So this would be my third item. Love this knife. Item number four is a compass, because unless I'm injured, I'm going to be wanting to find my way out. And having a good sense of direction is very important. So a compass is going to be part of my kit for sure. Item number five is an axe. Because I'm in Canada, so most of the time, unless you're looking at a couple months in the summer, if I'm in northern New Brunswick, I'm going to need a big fire because it gets really cold at night. So if I don't have an axe, and I'm betoning all my wood, it's going to take me a really long time to get enough wood to set up for the night. So an axe, I can process a whole lot of wood a lot quicker. So an axe is a must-have to me. Also, I generally prefer a longer handle, usually like 18 to 24 inches, just because it gives me it's not much heavier and it can give me a lot better swing, so I can process bigger wood. So that's my item number five. Item number six would be a Ferro Rod, because let's not kid ourselves, we all need to make a fire, and with this I can make 10,000 or more fires, unlike a lighter of matches, and is also a lot more reliable. So I always carry a bigger one on me. I like the extra large size ones. They're pretty easy to work with, throw out a lot of sparks, and it's always part of my kit. Item number seven is a tarp. I always keep one in my bag. And if you're getting stuck overnight, or even just staying overnight, or caught in a rainstorm, you're going to want to have some shelter. Blocks out the wind, keeps you warm, keeps out the rain, and it's not very heavy. A little bulky, but you can break it. You can mush it down pretty good, and fits in your bag pretty well. And you don't have to spend 150 bucks on a tarp. Even just a 10 by 8 poly tarp like this will keep you very dry and block out the wind. Always good to keep in your pack. So yes, tarp. Item number 8 is cordage. Now you can get a lot of different kind of cordage. Some people always prefer paracord. Myself, I prefer bank line just because it gives me more options for snares and it's almost as strong, but you can't go wrong with either. And even small nylon rope like this is really good. Just something that can help you make a shelter with, tie stuff off, make snares. The list goes on. It's really good to have cordage. Item number 9, a fishing kit. Now this is one of these items I would switch up if it was winter time. Instead of a fishing kit, I would go for snowshoes. Because wintertime, it's going to be way too hard to get through the ice and start fishing. So I would trade this up for snowshoes just so I can make a lot more ground. But springtime, summer, early fall, definitely have a fishing kit. My final item in my bag is a first aid kit. Because if I injure myself, I want to be able to fix myself up and keep moving on. And a small cut can really get out of hand if you don't watch it and treat it right away. So a first aid kit is a must for me. Very good to have. You don't necessarily have to have a giant first aid kit, but just a small pack like this. It weighs basically nothing. Easily fits in your pack and can really come in handy when you do hurt yourself. So always good to keep as part of your pack. Thank you for watching my video. I appreciate all the support. Please like, comment, subscribe, and make some time. Get out in the wilderness. You're going to be glad you did. Thank you very much.